All right. Turn off the van. Open the windows a little bit. And we are live, folks. It's a little earlier this Saturday. Maybe I should take these off. Maybe I put them on. It looks cooler. Maybe it'll look cooler if I have two pairs of glasses on. Oh yeah, I look cool now. Look at this. Oh yeah, definitely. This makes me look. Sorry, folks. Somebody keeps calling me that I don't recognize the number, and it keeps interrupting this high production stuff. It might happen again. So if it does, I will be back as soon as the call goes away. So it's a little earlier this Saturday than usual, but I just took Elise, my daughter, to work, and I figure I didn't feel like doing any editing right now, and Spielberg doesn't feel like doing anything either. So I figured I'd take a break. How you doing, Ali? I don't have this phone working, so if I miss some comments, I don't have a lot of service. 4G. Years ago, things worked fine in 4G. Nowadays, you get 4G and it just doesn't work. I can't connect to YouTube. 5 bars or 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 actually. 4 bars 4G. Cannot connect to YouTube. So that's the way it is. Del McCloskey. How you doing? Hi. How you doing? Hi. How you doing? Hi. How you doing, Del? And Jerry. How you doing, Jerry? I look like I'm full of energy. Well, maybe because I went to the lake with the kiddies today. Did a little bit of swimming. So I'm feeling all freshen up, ready to go. So lots of energy over here. Not really. Vanderhoof. Jerry. How you doing, Jerry? And yeah, so not really. I feel tired right now. I feel tired. I'm tired. How you doing, Greg? I feel tired and I feel ready to go. It's like one of those. It's one of those things. Lone Wolf. When are you going back to Lydia? How many times do I have to say the same thing? December. That's when I'm done with work. So, but for now, I gotta work. As long as it doesn't rain. It keeps raining over here in the Northeast. Keeps raining all the time. Last week was rain, 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 and now today and tomorrow it's going to be nice. It's perfect to be out with the kids. But come next week again, next week and the following week, it's all rain predicted. So, how you doing, Wendy? Have some coffee. I had some coffee. I usually don't drink coffee. Excuse me, except if it's my Timmy's and in the morning. But today, because me and the kids went to a lake, we went to Dunkin' Donuts, and we had some coffee, and usually that's it. I'm done with coffee. But one of my subscribers contacted me, and he was driving through Pennsylvania, and on a whim, he contacted me, and I just happened to be right where he was going to drive through. So we met him real quick at a Dunkin' Donuts, and I had another cup of coffee. So I had a small cup of coffee. Thank you. Some names, here, I can't remember the name. Hirton. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name. Sometimes I'm good with names, depending. Most of the time I'm not. So I apologize. I can't. It'll come to me. I just met him. Very nice person. He's a flight instructor, flies planes. I told him, I too am a flight instructor and I can fly planes. I make no guarantees about landing, but we can be in the air for a few minutes to a few seconds, depending how things go. But I'm very good with planes too. Who's that? Scotty? How you doing, Scotty? How long do you seem being? How long do you seem being tied to long? I've been working for about 20 years with um, the same type of place. I don't want to go too much in detail, but that's why I have to come to New Jersey to do my work up here. I don't, Robert. I got a couple more years until I can retire, and I'm not going to change right now when I'm almost done. So that wouldn't make any sense. Plus, over here in New Jersey, you can get a lot more money than in Florida, and I'm not going to sacrifice having to work a month for the same amount of money that I can make here in a week or so. So that would not make any sense financially. So I have to stay here and do my work, and then come December, go down to Florida, go out west. Who's that? Have to keep touching this phone today because I can't connect with my other one. Collie Hope says hi, Lewis. How you doing, Collie? I just don't have. I don't know. Is it me, or is it or a few years ago when we had 4G and you had four bars of 4G, you were like golden. Now I have 4 bars of 4G and I can't connect to YouTube. The they're bully. Lewis, what kind of gun do you carry? I can't say that. That's that is a question that I doubt I doubt very few people will tell you what they have, or if they have, or what they have. I can't tell you either way or either way. So that's not a question that anyone's going to answer. I just can't connect. I wish I could connect so I don't have to keep touching that phone there. There is some lag. Okay, this phone has good service though. That could be on your end. How's everybody? How's everybody seeing me? Um, well, you probably can say what you carry because you're not on YouTube and you don't have your face out there. So basically, you could be a very nice person, but I don't know who you are. And right now, you are nameless and faceless. And if you put yourself out there, then it's going to be different. So we can't compare anything like that. Um, I was saying, a question to everybody watching: how am I coming across? Am I clear? Is it good? Okay, so it's good. So some people have difficulties, but it's not from my end, because I think I have like 3 or 4 bars LTE, so I should be good. Very good. Thank you very much. Colleague can see me, but a little blur. I mean, that could be from your end. Everybody else is seeing me good, so it can't be me if other people are seeing me in good, good clarity. Forrest says, "How long are you going to keep working? How many more years? Full time until 2020, November of 2020. Then the following year, I have to see exactly how long I'm going to work. I wanted to retire. I might not be able to retire fully. I may have to work a few months out of the year just to keep my benefits going because I'm not going to be old enough to get my pension. So I may have to keep working a few months out of the year, but a lot less than 8. But I'll work a few months and then I'm done. And then instead of working 8 months and having 4 months off, I might work 4 months and have 8 months off to travel. So I think that's pretty cool. Wendy says it's clear. Everybody says it's clear. Jerry has a little lag on his end. I think it's just on your end, Jerry, because if most people have it clear, and some have a lag or something, then it's on your end. You should get faster internet, especially when you watch my videos. That should just be a given. I don't know what you people are waiting for. I try to fix this thing here. I gotta get I gotta get the shrink wrap that I use on my cables. I want to put some in here because this cable starts breaking over here. How you doing, Mike? Mike says howdy, Lewis. Vivian Mahoney, Lewis, so cute. Who's so cute? How you doing, everybody? I'm going to say it with my New York accent. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Jude? Jude also says the connection is fine. I just can't connect. I cannot connect with this phone. Darn it. Hey, Lewis, have you thought about putting a leveling system on your van for when you park? I think there are airbags available. No, I could do something like that with airbags. That would make the most sense, especially if I like to sleep with my head on one side. I can switch. I don't have a problem. I can switch, but I have a preference more towards one side, and sometimes that side is lower than my legs, so that would make sense to have a leveling system. But I don't want to be messing around too much. In the places I have to park, I have to be stealth, and I don't want to be messing around with too much noises and leveling and this and that. So I just leave it the way it is. I usually can check. Um, I can check. I can see when I go to park where the right place is to park, and I don't have a problem finding a place that suits me. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I don't have a choice, and the side that I like to sleep on is a little bit lower. And then when that happens, I just flip myself around in my bed, and that's all I do. So there's my leveling system. I got two ways: my eyes, and then I just flip in my bed when I have to. Okay. There was some other questions here. Jude is working on her computer. Work away, Jude. Your your last few videos from a few weeks ago before you work. You have to clarify that question, Mike. That question, Mike. Put it in a sentence that I can read. Put it in English. That question was a little. I understand the gist of it, but maybe you can put it in a more structural sentence, a little bit. You know, just give it a try. Just try it. Let me see here. Will your next van fit one person or two? Um, I don't know. I don't know what the future brings. Only God knows the future, and I'm not God, so I can't tell you what the future brings tomorrow or next week or next year. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. Uh, I don't know. Vivian, I know. I noticed that. Vivian says, you can read what she says. I don't want to watch. I don't want to read too much, too loud. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. But if I have to move, I'll move. How many months out of the year do you work? About 8 months out of the year, give or take. This year it's probably going to be less because I left later. But on average, it's going to be about 8 months out of the year that I'll work, give or take. It depends on the work. Let's see. I think he's just parked there, but it's okay. I can have a live audience. Do you get tired of living in a van? No. So far, I haven't gotten tired. It's my home. I mean, if you live in a home, do you get tired of living in your home? I don't get tired. There's challenges. There's always ups and downs. I never said it was a bed of roses. I just said that today to my subscriber that I met. But it's not a bed of roses. It's not always fine. It's not always everything good. It's not always easy. but it's my home. So at the end of the day, regardless if it's minus 30 degrees outside or if it's 100 plus inside my van, this is my home. Just the other day, I was in here. It was 94 degrees, and I refused to go eat somewhere, and I refused. So I just stayed in here. I had my fans going, and I was cool enough, and it was 94, and I was in here. So it's my home. I do not get tired. That's my mentality. It's my home. So where else am I gonna go? Uh, Mike Brown. They were made before you started your work. They were made. Mike. What are you doing to me? They were made before you started your work. What was made, Mike? That's not making any sense. Oh, your last few videos. Yes, I've explained this stuff. I've explained. Oh, Mike, now you retreated the message. Too late. I already read it. I've explained this stuff. I never try to deceive anyone that I was not up here. I mean, I've done these live videos. I made a video letting everybody know that I was leaving Florida and what states I was going to drive through. It's just that I had so many videos of my van. Well, my van, I had less videos on my van, the stuff that I did, the new stuff. But I had so many videos of Lydia's camper, and I filmed so much, and I had so much stuff that put me behind. And now I'm not. My videos are not current, but they're beginning to catch up little by little. I mean, I'm trying to crank them up as fast as I can, but I'm a 4-man show here. That's all we are, and we can't do it that fast. So the videos are not current, but it's videos that you haven't seen. It's videos of my travel, and it is what it is. I mean, it's impossible to film stuff and edit them and put them out there as soon as you film the stuff and still have a life and still have and do things that you want to do. I mean, if to do that, I wouldn't have a life. I wouldn't do anything else but just film and edit, and that's impossible. Yes, maybe some people with no editing, just one take. I could do that, just one take. Say something, just hold the camera and do one take, and that's it. And I'm done. I don't have to do any editing. I don't do nothing. I just put it out there, and I'm done. That I could be current. I could be up to date every single day, but I don't do that. My videos take hours sometimes to make. Sometimes I can't even make a video in one day, to the editing part. So everything takes time, and then when you have a lot of footage like I did with Lydia's camper, that puts everything behind. But let's get back to the comments here. Teresa says hi from Chicago. Hi, Teresa. Ruckus, when is the gatekeeper starting his channel? I'm not the gatekeeper's keeper, so I try to help him out as much as I can. I can't force anyone to make videos, so I'm not. He makes videos if he wants to make videos. That's his choice. So I'm not involved with that. Faria says you have a great setup in your van. It's a setup that works for me. It's a setup that may not work for you or anybody else. So anybody looking to do the same lifestyle, first know that it's not easy. It's not all roses. And two, don't try to copy anybody else's van, because it may not suit you. So maybe take ideas from here and there, but when you're actually going to build something, build it to fit you, not because it fits somebody else. So that's my advice on that. But thank you for the comment. Scotty, what place do you want to go that you haven't yet? I don't have a particular place. I'm not one of these people with a bucket list. that they must go here and they must go there, blah 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 blah. I don't have that. There's lots of places that I would like to go see, but I don't have anything specific. I like to go back out west, and there's dozens, hundreds, thousands of places that I haven't seen that I would like to go see. There's places that I saw that I like to go see and see with more time. So that's and with all this parking lot empty, somebody else is going to park right next to me. And yep, okay, he's moving. I was going to say with all this, like today, I went to the lake with the kids, right? Huge, enormous parking lot, enormous. I parked away from everybody else. I come back, sure enough, somebody with a whole bunch of kids and bikes, with the whole parking lot almost empty. They came and they parked right next to me, getting all those bikes out. I don't even know if they hit my van or not, but why? Why you got the whole parking lot empty? Why'd you park next to me? And I forgot what else I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, the places I like to see. Yeah, I don't have a specific place, but I would like to go all over the place in the United States. I don't have a desire to go maybe to Canada, but I don't have. And then Liddy likes to go boating, so I wouldn't mind trying sailboating, and maybe then we'll go to other places, and maybe we'll go across the Panama Canal and go to the West Coast, and yeah, who knows? I don't know what the future will bring. So many things. All right, let's look at the comments here real quick. Blah blah. Um, Forest. It's that way anywhere you live. It's that way anywhere you live. It's whatever I'm living, I like living there. So I don't. Is that what you're saying? Um, Scotty, how about a small generator plus small air conditioner? That would be great, but it's just not work. It's not gonna work in my van. It's not. Places I park, I can't have a generator going, and I can't have an air conditioner going. It's just not gonna work. I can't have that noise. No matter how quiet it is, it's still gonna make noise, and I just can't have that. So I rather put up with the heat than sacrifice places I have to park. So I'm not gonna do that. So for my situation, it doesn't work. If I didn't have to work and I was out west, yes, then that would be totally different, and I would do something totally different, and I would have. Maybe I wouldn't even need that, because when you don't have to work and you live out there, you just go to cool places. You just go where it's cooler. Uh, but it's something that would be totally different if I wasn't working. Uh, are you going to get married to your girlfriend in Florida? Well, when I do, if I do, if it happens, when it happens, you'll be the first to know. You were in my state not long ago, Kentucky. Well, you should have said something. I made a video telling everybody where I'm going. And then after everything happens, people are commenting, "Oh, I wish you had told us. You were right here." Well, but I did tell everybody. You skipping my videos. You didn't watch the video. That's why you don't know. But I would have loved to meet you. Maybe next time you pay more attention and you watch the videos, and then when I drive through your state, you can say something, and then I'll stop by and say hi. Vivian says, "I'll take whatever. I love the videos." Thank you, Vivian. Wendy says, "I love the videos of Nashville because that's where I'm originally from. I love the hillbilly video. Then footage too. The music fit a great job." Thank you, Wendy. Thank you very much. I spent a couple days there, and very nice, very nice. It was a little hot and humid, but otherwise it was very nice. Carly says you should go to Alaska. It's beautiful. I would love to go to Alaska one day. you know. But I can't go with my job because I work in the summer, and that's when you can go up there. So in a couple of years when I retire, then maybe me and Lydia can go up there because Lydia would love to go up there too. So maybe the both of us, probably not in my van because we can't fit in here. But uh, plus, I wouldn't want the rat in here. Ugh, that rat. No rats in my van. Contra says that happens a lot, Lewis. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm being honest. I'm just being brutally honest. It's probably in reference to something that I said, but without what's the word? A reference point. I don't know. I don't know what that was referring to. So maybe you can make another comment and kind of like help me understand what that was. I love to answer. I just don't know what it's about. Tony M says buonasera, Lewis. Tony, Tony, buonasera, Tony. Come va? Tutto bene? Eh? How many push-ups are you up to now? Oh darn it, I lost count. Um, Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't think I even counted today. Maybe because I haven't done any. I know I should have kept going, but things happened. Ali says, nice to have a separated freezer. Yes, it's nice to have a separate freezer or a freezer and a refrigerator. I know some refrigerators come with a freezer, but those usually are very small. This one is pretty nice size. I mean, I keep all the essentials in there. Ice cream, water, ice cream, some more water. All the essentials for van life. I'm sorry if I shake the phone when I move that. Today I can't check the comments on this side of the phone, and I have to keep looking at this one here, and then the comments disappear very quickly, which is annoying. I wonder if I touch this here. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that. Um, let me see. Jim Spath, how you doing, Jim? How's the weather in Florida? A little hot? That's why I'm not in Florida. All right, Contra says, I wish someone could devise a cargo van with a raisable roof and slide out. They do have those. Contra, they do have vans that look like mine, but the roof, when you park somewhere, you can raise the roof. The problem with that is that the sides are not are flexible because they raise, so they're not solid, and I don't like that. Eventually, over time, that's going to wear out. And for my living conditions, I can't have that. I can't have my van has to look as stealth as possible. I can't have that. For somebody else traveling, just traveling full time, don't have to worry about work, then that's perfect. For me, no. But that exists. Pablo 275. Hello. How is your solar system working after the updates and the new batteries have made a big difference? Thanks. Huge difference. Huge difference. I've been in days that they've been very cloudy and raining, and my batteries are receiving some power from the sun, obviously. And then I've watched TV all day. So, well, not all day, but I've had a TV on. I can't watch movies like I used to. I mean, I tried watching a movie the other day, and I went through like 3 or 4 movies, and I would watch it for a few minutes, and I'm like, this thing is garbage. Then I'll go to something else. I'm like, I can't watch this, and I think I ended up not watching anything because they were all garbage, and they looked good, but they were all garbage. But anyway, where was I? And I would watch TV, so I had my inverter going, TV going, using power. I was editing on a computer, charging the computer, running the vents, running the two refrigerators, or the refrigerator and freezer, running the fans, and the next day, and I was doing that throughout the day and at night. And the next day, I was still at 12.7. It seems like I just cannot kill these batteries. I have so much power that I just can't kill them. And then, of course, if I have to, like because it's been raining the last week or so, I have the ability to turn on or off my Sterling Power battery to battery charger. I turned it on and I've had it on since. So every time I'm driving, I'm charging the batteries. So I love the system. I wish I had installed these batteries right from the beginning. It would have changed a lot of things that I would have done. But I didn't. The other ones were cheaper, and that's what I had to go with. And now I had a chance to install these batteries, and I finally had a chance to install the battery to battery charger, something that I had been looking for a long time. I looked at a few. I didn't quite like them, and then my friend Bob had exactly what I was looking for, and I bought one like his. So, and I'm loving it. I just love the new system. It's working to perfection. Let me look at the comments. Stock chatter. Stock chatter. How many miles do you have in the event? About 75,000, give or take. Jerry, and every time the phone call comes in, I lose service. That's just the way it is. Um, I wonder if I turn the cell service off, if YouTube would still work. Ah, I don't know if that happens that way. It would be interesting to know the next time I can just turn that off. Jerry said, Lewis, you and what? I wish this thing stayed on. It keeps going off, these comments. They disappear. I have to keep touching the screen. Lewis, Lewis, you and everyone else have a good afternoon. I have to get back to work. All right, Jerry. Arrivederci. Don't work too hard. I know it's a couple hours earlier over there, so you are probably like in the middle afternoon. Contra, I was speaking about the person parking next to you. It happens often. Does it? You are asking if it happens often? Sometimes here or at the lake. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it makes no sense. I made a video one time about I was at the Planet Fitness, and the parking lot is mostly empty because there was a store there that went out of business years ago. So the parking lot is mostly empty. So I go in the corner next to an aisle and I take 2 spaces because my van almost takes 2 spaces anyway. So when I can, I take 2 spaces. But I wasn't quite in the middle. So this guy with a whole parking lot empty, he decides to go and it parks right behind me. I wasn't almost able to open the door. I mean, I could have moved to open the door, but he parks right behind me. He's sticking out quite a few feet into the place where other cars drive. With all the parking lot empty, that's where he decides to park. Unfortunately, you can't fix some certain people. You just can't fix them. The Val Bot says hi. How you doing, Deval? I think that's how it's pronounced, right? Deval Bot. Tony M, are you going to use your new Dometic for a cooling unit for the van? I can't say this stuff. It's whatever. I can't confirm or deny. Everything is hush hush mush mush when it comes to future videos. So you're just gonna have to keep staying tuned, and then maybe you'll see something, maybe not. Hush hush mush mush. You should know better than that, Tony. I'm not gonna answer that question. At least not yet, anyway. Reka says you should have a Portuguese word of the day so we can all learn something new. Deval says what's going on. I don't know about that. Portuguese word of the day. I rarely speak Portuguese. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know. Doing a production over here. Unbelievable. Never fails. All right. So, a Portuguese word of the day. Um, request from Ruckus 12,000. Portuguese word of the day. What do you want to learn? How about good morning? Bom dia. All right? That's how you say good morning in Portuguese. Bom dia. I know in Spanish is buenos dias, but in Portuguese it's bom dia. Bom dia. It's BOMDADIA. So dia is the same as in Spanish, but bon is a little slightly different. So that's your Portuguese word today. Next time I do this, you have to remind me because I will not remember. Back to the questions here. Robert says, I'll meet up with you someday down the road. Sounds good, Robert. I just met a subscriber today. He wasn't far from me. He contacted me and we met. So I'm always willing to meet with anyone that wants to meet. Deval, hold it in your hand. I don't know what that means. Whoosh, whoosh. If you had to do another van, would you get one with a high roofs like the Sprinter, ProMaster, or Transit? Yes, I've always said that. On a lot of videos, I always say that I wish I had a high top. But I was not willing to buy the Sprinter because it's a foreign vehicle. They're not very reliable. You need a qualified diesel mechanic to work on them and so on and so forth. So they become very expensive to maintain. And I was not willing to do that. The ProMaster, I looked at them. I did not want to buy the ProMaster because the ProMaster is basically a Fiat, a foreign vehicle with a Dodge badge on it. And I didn't want to buy that either. And I tried waiting for the Ford Transit to come out, and it wasn't coming out, so I had to buy the Chevy. And the Chevy was the best van I could buy, really, because these Chevys are very, very good, very reliable. It's been so far. But and the Transit, first year vehicle of any kind, there's always issues with it. So I'm very glad I didn't buy a Transit. For the future, yes, I would love to have a high top van because being able to stand up changes your whole life. When you can just get up from bed, walk to the kitchen, prep your food, eat, sit down to eat. I mean, it changes your whole life. I would I would wholly recommend that anyone interested in buying a van, if you don't have to be very stealth because of your work or where you have to live, buy something that's a high top that you can stand up in it. I considered buying the a box van, and I was very close to choosing a box van, but then I realized with the box van, yes, I would have a tremendous amount of space, but it's not going to be as stealthy as my van. You know, my van I park somewhere, people don't even notice it, but you see a box van and it's a little more, you know. So that's my take on that. Yeah, man. Good evening, my friend. Good evening, yeah, man. Mike Brown, or have you your phone call forward to another number? I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but I say stuff and then somebody writes something and I may not remember what you're referring to. So I apologize about that, but it's just the way it is. Like John says, people are people. So what are you going to do? I don't know what John is referring to. Tony says summer is almost over. Listen, I know. I mean, in the past, I thought summer would last forever. Like, but now I'm like, no, summer is only 3 months long, and 2 months are already gone. One more month, and then it starts fall, and then the weather starts cooling down, and then it's November and December, and that's it. Arrivederci, New Jersey. Watch later. Thumbs up. Carla says hello from Washington State. How you doing, Carla? I guess it's hot over there, huh? Deval Bhat says Supra Bhat in Hindi language. I don't know what the Supra Bhat is. It's kind of like, is that like Superman? A Super Bat? I don't know, I'm just guessing. Okay, I mean, hold your phone in your hand. I recommend this while you are complaining about it. I still don't know what you're talking about, Deval. I'm not complaining about this one. Oh, oh no, it's E. I thought it was LTE. I have E. It's even worse now. Jan B. You are not very handsome. Lydia is a very unlucky girl. Well, she got what she got, so. Greg Watkins, you could get a step van. I don't want a step van. It still doesn't look. Yeah, there's a lot of options, but there's very few things that you can actually get that's stealthy for the lifestyle that I live. And I have to work a certain amount of time out of the year full time for 8 months. And the places that I have to park, I mean, I can't be sticking out too much. So I have to consider that. I just can't. I'm not out west going kumbaya, sticking my hand out for donations, waiting for those donations to fall on my hand. I'm actually trying to make a living the old-fashioned way. So I have to live where I work. One second, folks. All right. Arrivederci. John says, our van with Reflectix on the windows sticks out like a sore thumb. Well, I have Reflectix on my windows, but because I have the tinted windows, I have the darkest tint that you can get, they're not very noticeable unless the sun is shining right on it. Then you can see, but it is what it is. And I'm not going to paint the Reflectix black because then that would defeat the purpose. I know in the past somebody asked me, why don't you paint the Reflectix black? Well, if you paint the Reflectix black, that's going to defeat the purpose of what the Reflectix is made for in the beginning, to begin with. It's to reflect the heat and the light. So if you paint something black, what happens to black? Black absorbs the heat and absorbs the rays, right? So it gets hot. So that's the opposite of what you want. You want it to reflect the heat back out. When you go live, but put your phone on do not disturb. That's what I think. If I put my phone on do not disturb, I can't receive calls, right? But I can still do YouTube. I can still go on. That's what I got to do next time. Johnson, what? Lewis, I refer to the guy parking behind you in an empty lot. People, he's not there anymore. He went to the store. So he's not there looking at me. Ernest Farrell says hello from San Diego, California. I never went to San Diego, but I did go to California. So hello back. I went as far down as San Fran, as the locals love to call it, San Fran. So that's as far as I went. Yeah, Mike. Next time I got to do that to the phone. Right now it's too late, but next time I'll do that. I'll try to remember anymore. Okay, Deval Bat says the good morning equals suprabat. Okay, superbat. But the thing is, the word of the day was in Portuguese, so I apologize. You can't. It has to be in Portuguese. You have to learn bon dia. That's how you have to learn. Carlo, so I'm doing great. Yes, it's hot here in Washington. Yeah, yeah. It seems to be the states are like opposite. Usually it's hot over here and humid and doesn't rain quite often. I mean, it does rain, but not like now. And Washington is usually like very wet, but from what I hear, it's been very dry over there. So maybe not everywhere, but most out west, it's been very dry. Sandra, how you doing, Sandra? I was gonna say have a good night. I don't want to say goodbye yet. How's your night going, or evening? Uh, Samuel, or are you asking me an honest question, or you want me to? Because I don't have a problem banning you from my channel. I just a couple little things here, and I will delete you. So if you're being silly, I don't. I'm not. I like to be silly sometimes, but I'm not silly with things like that. So uh, okay. All right, there we go. Um, uh, and Faria. Olá, tudo bem? Yes. And Faria, or I don't know if it's Portuguese. And Faria, yeah, he's asking me how is everything. So, hey, and I caught up to all the comments, all the way down. Cool. Naval says I look like the Prime Minister of India. Naval, if I do an Indian accent, will you get offended? Because I don't want to do an Indian accent if if uh, if folks from India get upset and offended. I'm not politically correct, but I don't want to be doing an accent offend. Maybe I should do it because I too have an accent, and I make fun of other people. So I guess I could do it. So how did it go here? I got my Indian accent going here. I started in Bombay and I paid $1.39 for my beautiful lessons that I got back in I was many years ago. And if I hear someone with an accent, it's easier for me to copy that accent and then spew it back out again. But trying to do it without having listening to it for a while, it's kind of hard. But if Deval was here right now, and if he has an accent, and he was saying something, I would pick that up, and then I could say it a lot better. That's funny. Janice, how you doing, Janice? Mary Cardenas says hello from San Antonio, Texas. Hello, San Antonio, Texas. Oh, I know who that is. Hi, long time no see. And Faria. And Faria, folks. She saw me on 70. No, it was not on 78. You are getting confused. It was not on 78. You saw me on Route 24 off of 78. I was going between 78 and 287, and you had me stop on 24. So many years ago, it was actually right at the maybe a few months or a year or so after I started my channel. This lady, Faria, I think I forget if she's Portuguese or Brazilian. Portuguese, I think. And what happened was I'm driving, I'm on a right lane, I think, and I see a truck, an 18 wheeler, flashing its lights behind me. And then I move to the left lane to pass some traffic, and then the truck is right behind me. It moves back behind me, flashing its lights and blowing the horn. I'm like looking in the mirror, like, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just like driving, minding my own business. I did nothing wrong. So I pass like a school bus, and then I go back to the right lane, and then the truck comes on my side, and I'm just trying to keep my head, driving, and I'm like, I didn't do nothing wrong. And Faria she's frantically waving at me and blowing the horn, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I didn't do anything. And then she keeps mouthing something because I couldn't hear. Right? She had the window closed, I think. She kept going like this and mouthing something, and then I looked a few times, right? And then I began to understand. She was mouthing, "Can I take a picture?" And it took me a little bit to understand why she would want to take a picture, because I was still new on YouTube and I didn't understand why. Then I realized she must know me from YouTube and wants to take a picture. So I pulled over. I got this big 18 wheeler pulling behind me, and then we took a picture, and that was funny. So yeah, that was a good one. Evelyn says hi from Ohio. Love your videos and your daughters. Thank you very much, Evelyn. Much appreciated. She will be very thankful for that. Sandra says, are you in PA, New Jersey, or New York? I'm going to burp. I felt the burp coming. I'm sorry. I guess I could say I'm in PA because PA is very big. So right now I'm in PA. I'm not far from New Jersey and not far from New York, but I'm in PA. Deval says he doesn't get offended. Me talking with he even gave me a thumbs up. Janice says I passed 100 subscribers. I didn't know you had a channel, Janice. Very good. 100 subscribers. Cool. Yes, Anna is Portuguese. I thought so. I thought maybe Brazilian, but it's Portuguese. You still driving your truck? Still going to Bayonne? Get stuff there? Or in Port Newark or Elizabeth? Somebody's driving off. And yes. Cool. I can do a little more than yeah. No, I can't do it. I need to hear it. I need to hear I need to hear. I can do an Irish accent, eh? Bibi up, Scotty. That's if I hear the accent, if I hear somebody talk, I can imitate close, but I can imitate, but I need to hear somebody talk, and then I'll imitate it. I'm trying to pronounce the name. C Chusts 5 Chusts. I can't pronounce it. Justs. Five, I call you Five for short. Says hello from Louisiana. How you doing, Louisiana? I haven't been to Louisiana, but if I go out west from Florida, I plan on covering all those states that I have not been to yet. Um, he says he can talk with an African accent. African American accent. Um, I need to hear the accent before I can start talking. Somebody says Jones. I hurt myself trying to pronounce. You watch any other Van Dwellers on YouTube? Um, I watch a few. I don't want to say who because I don't want to leave anybody behind. Because I just don't have a time. I don't have time to watch a lot of people. I mean, I watch some stuff, but I just, when you have work and family and videos and editing and all that, it doesn't leave you time to watch much. So yeah, I watch some, but not a great many. I mean, and a lot of the new channels that sometimes just pop up on my feed. Not that I look for them, but they come there as suggestions. I'm sure you probably have the same thing happening. Um, some of these new channels, I just people are living a kumbaya life, and they think that's all that. I mean, that's fine if that's what they want to do, but a lot of these people, they have philosophies and ideas and stuff that does not jibe with me. So I don't watch that. I stay away from that. So all right, any more questions? Any more serious questions? Try to cut. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. I don't want to keep going for hours and hours, so we're gonna cut this short soon. And I don't want to have you folks watching all night when there's nothing going on. This is a Q&A. You ask questions. I do the A part. You do the Q. I do the A. Sometimes I may do the Q also. Somebody playing the loud rumble music. Am I the only one who hates these low bass, whatever it's called, rumble? All you hear is boom, ba boom, 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 boom. A mile away. Am I the only one who hates that? Close my window. Here he comes. Some people feel the need to have the whole neighborhood listen to what they're listening to. I can't stand that. I don't like certain types of music. Some musics I hate them with a passion. I can't listen to them. I don't like rap. I don't care if it's Christian rap. I don't care what it is. I don't like rap. I dislike rap with a passion. I don't like other musics either. And then when somebody is playing them loud, not only for themselves to hear, but for the whole neighborhood, I dislike that with a passion too. I think you want to listen, you can listen. You can listen loud enough that you can hear it, but the whole neighborhood doesn't have to hear what you're hearing or what you're listening to. And I don't like that. Uh, Carl is having supper. Joan says low bass drives me crazy. Yeah, I just don't like it. Sometimes I'm in a van and there's like somebody parked half a mile away, and I hear this boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, boom. I'm like, And I go outside, I don't see anybody, and there's somebody like quarter of a mile away, and you hear this boom, 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 then silence for a couple seconds, and then you think, oh, he went away. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, seriously? And the problem is, not only is everybody else having to listen to this guy's or gal's choice of music, but these people are going to go deaf. You know, this loud music is not good for them. They don't understand that. Hearing music on your headphones, you have to be careful with that. You can't listen to music on your headphones too loudly. You're going to go deaf, so you got to be careful with that. I don't mind music if it's some nice music. I'm not a music guy. I mean, I put music in my videos. I can understand. I have a certain taste for music, but I don't go out of my way to listen to music. I drove all across the country without turning my radio on. I didn't listen to music. I don't have the need. Some people have the need to listen to music like they have the need to breathe air. And and I don't have that need. I drive all across the country. I don't turn my music on. So, but yeah. Greg Watkins asks me, what kind of Wi-Fi range extender do you use with your jet pack? I don't have a jet pack, and I've made quite a few videos about this. I use a product from a company called Jeffa Tech. Just go down the list of my videos or go to the playlist and regarding the Wi-Fi extender, and you'll see what I'm using. It's called Jeffa Tech, the name of the company, and it's a product that brings Wi-Fi from quite a distance away, and I love that product. It, to me, at least with me, has worked wonderfully. And who else bought it? I think Bob also bought that, and I don't know if somebody else bought that, but Bob is also very happy with it. So, um, yes, Melody, it's all about disrespect to others. When these people drive around with their windows open, blasting their music out of their cars, they're just being disrespectful. They grew up being disrespectful. They continue to live being disrespectful. They're passing it on to their kids how to be disrespectful, and the generations keep going of disrespectful people that do not respect other people's choice of not hearing their stuff. I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed to play their music, but play it at a level that's considerate to everybody else. And some people are just not considerate. They don't think of anyone else but themselves. Jenna says, I hate van build videos when they run a saw and it goes right into my brain when I'm on the earbuds. I've probably been guilty of that. I mean, I try to adjust my level with the new editing software. I try to adjust it so that anything does is not loud. Like when I have saws or stuff going on, I bring the levels down so it doesn't hurt. You know, it doesn't overpower that scene, that clip. And but sometimes I purposely make the volume just when I try to scare someone, like I just a little bit, not too much, not enough to hurt you, but just enough to scare you. Just it's just something I do. I'm sorry. I know I probably shouldn't do it, but I will do it again. Patriot. Some people like music to reduce stress. I agree. I mean, some people like music. I'm not against people that like music. Beethoven liked music. He was a very good musician and composer and all that. I don't dislike music. I never said I dislike music. I just don't go out of my way to listen to it. I just don't turn my radio on to music. That's my choice. Robert asks, "Does your coworkers know you live in a van? Mine, mine does some things. It's cool. A van, huh? Mine does some think it's cool. Oh, your coworker. In the company that I worked for 7 years, where my friend Paul is working, everybody knew that I lived in a van, including the owners of the company. Everybody knew. Um, the last few companies I've worked for since I came back to work, since I haven't been with the same company, nobody knows. Well, the first company, they knew because there was a guy working there that had worked with me at the other company, and this guy had a big mouth and he couldn't keep his mouth closed, and he told everybody. But it didn't bother me because I'm not going to hide it if people ask me. But I don't go out of my way to tell anybody. But if they know, it doesn't bother me. Um, all right, so it looks like we're at the end of the comments here. And if there's no more questions, I have no more answers. And we're going to cut this short because it's already been an hour and 7 minutes. And in a little bit, I'm going to have to pick up my daughter from work. And yeah, I got a couple things to do before that. And that's the life of a van dweller. But the good thing is, my home is never far from me. So if I need to go take a nap or eat something or drink something or have some ice cream or have some more ice cream or have the other ice cream or the other kind of ice cream or this or that, it's everything is in here. So I'm never far from home. I don't. Bye, Mike. I guess Mike is saying goodbye. Kelly, as long as you are happy, that's all that matters. Yes. Jones, bye, Lewis. Stay safe, my friend. Goodbye. Everybody saying goodbye. Everybody's saying goodbye, and I'm saying goodbye. So, um, where was I? I was saying goodbye, wasn't I? So why did my lights turn off? Did I do something here? Oh, I turned the. I closed the window. Okay, I remember why. So, yeah, this was fun. I had some great questions. Do you ever live in the house in Florida? I don't understand what that means. I don't have a house in Florida. Kalia so agrees with me. Doesn't have to listen to music to drive and do work. I personally, I can't concentrate. I know some people when they try to study and all that, they put the headphones on and then they blast music. I don't know. I mean, if it's me, but I can't concentrate with blasting music in my ears. I just can't do it. I have to have silence to be able to concentrate, and otherwise I just can't do it. But everybody have a good night, have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon. It all depends where you are across this vast. I was going to look for something to use, but I don't have anything right here. This vast globe of ours. Globe. Okay? It's not a flat disk across this vast globe of ours. So, everybody, take care and be safe, and I will see you next Saturday. So now comes the awkward part where I have to disconnect. Sorry, but it has to happen. So, everybody, God bless, and I will see you next time. I have to press end. Where's the end? The end is somewhere over here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, this is much better. I can see it now. Good night, everybody.